Welcome to another S&P Futures day trading recap on an Apex evaluation account. I identified a decent setup when I see price break out of an uptrend and fade it with a nice entry near the EMA. Personally, I've been finding a lot of success with fading counter-trend breakouts, and I'm starting to consider this particular setup to be higher probability than others. When price starts to form a downwards channel, I take a second entry short near the EMA to try to ride the bearish momentum down. In hindsight, there was just way too much congestion before my entry, and it was really more of a trading range than a downtrend. My short entry was at the bottom of this trading range, which is where I really should be going long, so not surprised at all that this trade turned out to be a loser. When price breaks out of the trading range, I look to fade it with a second entry short setup as I expect it to return back into the trading range, especially after it took liquidity above high of day. I thought this was a fine setup, except for the fact that my profit target was below the EMA, so I risked the EMA acting as support, which was unfortunately the case here, and I get stopped out for my second loss of the day. The failure of the second entry short setup that stopped me out on the last trade looked like a prime long setup, and I instinctively entered long after seeing a big bull candle. I knew that this was technically breaking my risk rules of stopping trading after two losses, but I felt like I was still in a good trading headspace and didn't feel at risk of going on tilt at all. I also told myself that win or lose, this was going to be my last trade, and what an epic last trade this turned out to be. After my entry, price instantly started plummeting, and I was ready to kick myself for breaking my risk rules just to get faked out by price again. But things start to look up when I seem to have avoided getting stopped out by one tick, and price bounces off the EMA and starts to chop upwards towards my profit target. It's looking real good when price actually touches my profit target, but my exit order doesn't get filled, and things start looking bad again when it reverses on me. This time it breaks below the EMA, and at this point I'm ready to get stopped out after being in this frustrating trade for so long. But nope, it actually gets within one tick of my stop loss again, and begins another bullish leg upwards. This time, the bullish momentum is strong enough to fill my take profit order, and I was so happy to be able to secure some profit after being on this emotional roller coaster for almost 30 minutes. Well, I don't think my patience has ever been tested as much as it was on this last trade. There were so many instances where I was tempted to exit the trade early for a small profit or at break even, but as I mentioned in my previous videos, I really am trying to view each trade I take as paying the stop loss amount to see if price can hit my profit target before it hits my stop loss. This may seem to be a bit of an oversimplification, but it's really helped me to accept the stop loss risk of each trade regardless of what happens. As soon as I enter a trade, I have no control over the outcome and can only have faith in the long-term edge of my setup that led me to enter the trade. It's kinda hard to describe this mindset, but I really think I've mastered it over the past few months, and have now reached a point where I can let all my trades fully play out, and losses honestly don't really bother me anymore. I haven't tilt traded in over 4 months now, and can confidently say that taking more than 2 losses a day won't put me on tilt, and I've decided to increase my daily loss limit from 2 to 3. This will allow me to take more trades each day, which should translate to more consistent profits if my strategy truly does have a long-term edge. It'll also allow me to more quickly collect trade data to calculate my long-term win rate to actually determine whether my strategy is even profitable in the long run. The account is currently sitting at just above 51,000 with a cumulative win rate of 52%, which is still basically a coin flip, so I'm really hoping I can improve this win rate a little by allowing myself to take more trades each day, off good setups of course. I've also decided that if I'm able to pass this evaluation account, that'll give me enough confidence in the strategy to start live streaming some trading sessions on the paid account. Live streaming my trades is honestly a bit intimidating, but I think it'll be a fun challenge worth trying. So I want to set an expectation for when I'll actually try out live streaming, which again will be after I pass this evaluation account. As always, thanks for watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe so you're notified of the next time I post a trade recap. In the meantime, I'll continue posting daily profit and loss updates in my channel's community tab.